Shalom, y'all. My video angle is probably crazy. I am trying to get over COVID. My husband trying to get over COVID. And so I'm really, I get really fatigued at times. My congestion kind of has like 75% went down, but I'm still dealing with fatigue. So that's why I haven't been posting, but I wanted to give you a Sukkot reflection really quick. We had a wonderful time, and I told everybody, hey, it was worth it. Some people got COVID, some people didn't. Go figure. So my clue is that up your, immunity booster supplements and things of that nature. Exercise and get ready, because it's the fall, y'all. So with that being said, when you go to Sukkot, this is what I taught at Sukkot. We did Sukkot with Melo Hagoim, one of our favorite ministries in the mountains. I mean, it was fabulous. But what I teach people, as you begin to grow more mature, you figure out what you're doing, you are to come out with a plan of action. So I advocate for the civil new year as well as our ecclesiastical new year, okay? And so agriculturally speaking, the civil new year, when we count the years, started, during Feast of Trumpets. Now, if you don't believe that, that's fine. But you still can apply what I'm saying, right? You are coming out of Sukkot, tabernacling with the Most High. He is with you 8 days. You should come out with a plan of action, at least a plan that's going to get you through to Passover. Okay, so for me, it's the year from 5785. We went into 5786. I come out with a plan of action for the whole year. So what do I mean? How do you get the plan? Well, your ministry, your congregation, your assembly should be teaching, and you should be drawing nuggets, that will give you the clues or the strategy to how your year should go. All right, so let's go. We had several speakers, including me, but I'm not even going to include myself. We had speakers that I pulled the nugget, cultivate your conscience. Now, the first speaker, the nugget I pulled was evaluate your time. Prepare, right? Make preparation. So you evaluate your time, make preparation, and then the second speaker was cultivate your consciousness. And I was like, ooh. And when you look up that word for cultivate, you like, okay, this is getting the soil ready for harvest, or for planting, seeds to harvest. All right. So cultivate your consciousness, because sometimes your subconscious will rule you. So these are the plans. I'm like, okay, I get it. Evaluate my time. Make sure that I am, understanding the time that I'm in. All right. So that I can prepare. How do I prepare? Cultivate your consciousness. Let's see what else. We had two of my favorite sessions that talked about your mental health, even dealing with your hair. I know our sister, she was talking about your mental health and hair. Y'all know I'm all about that mental health. I am so glad. And she let me know that the Sukkot that we were together, I think a couple of years ago, that I had talked about being responsible for your triggers, and that helped her to go into this holistic way of taking care of your hair, taking care of your body, your mind, your spirit. And I was like, things I just want to hear. Your mental health is so, so very important. And she tied your mental health into even your hair, because if you noticed, on my other channel, they probably noticed, I had to cut my hair. My hair is cut severely, and it is because I crashed out and had a big chop moment that just went horribly wrong. And so I had to cut a lot of inches off my hair. And I was mentally crashing out because I'm moving in the midst of the feast. There's a whole lot of things going on, and it's not that it's bad. It's just everything is happening. Transition is happening all at once. And so I'm crashing out because I'm a little stressed. It's overwhelming. And so I had to cut my hair. And we did a hair analysis with her at our Cry Aloud conference. And she let me know, honey, you got a lot of hair, but your hair could be thicker. And she did a hair scalp analysis, and found out my scalp is clogged and my hair is thick. But she was like, your hair could really grow fuller and longer, if you detox your scalp. And I was like, ooh. And she was saying that I'm using too heavy of an oil, so I was like, oh, I'm treating my hair, like it's really, really coarse. And I know my hair is not, but I'm layering castor oil, olive oil. She like, no. So that was great. And Lami came in with the physical and had us exercising and brought the mental health in. So I know that mental health is always tied to the season. And when you go to Sukkot, you are supposed to come out with a strategy that's going to get you through because of the things that you have to do. Now, my husband and I, we know we're getting ready to step into some big things, and we got a really great financial blessing right before the feast. I was like, whoa. And I'm like, yeah, we're going to see more of that. And it was prophesied to us, that we're going to see more of that. And I'm like, and it's not about finances. It's about what we have to do for the people of Yah. And Yah has to trust us for this next season. And we have to set ourselves up. So when we came out of Sukkot, I was like, it's time to go. Then we got COVID, right? Anything to slow us down. So we've been out of commission for a week. I'm getting winded just talking to y'all, but I'm still geeked up, ready to go. COVID, I've had it before. It is what it is. We just have to up our supplements, up our physical, exercising, get our mental health together, cultivate my consciousness. Okay, so I'm gonna be crashing out. Evaluate my time and prepare. And I'm like, man, that was so good. That Sukkot was so fun, y'all. I was up to 4 a.m. They was teaching me how to play spades. Yes, I don't know how to play spades, but I do, because we grew up with a heavy card game. My uncles and aunties did not play that. They had card games back in the day. I was telling them, my childhood when I, grew up, we had what we call block parties, and we had card game night, and they were serious about playing spades. So I know how to play gin rummy, but playing spades, man, you get cussed out. So I remembered a little bit as they was teaching, and I was like, okay, next Sukkot, I got to be ready. I know some people don't believe in playing cards, and we're gonna talk about that. Okay, people want to teach their convictions. You're not supposed to teach your convictions. You can share it, but you're not supposed to teach your convictions like it's Torah. But I stay up to like 2-3 in the morning every night. It was a party night, and you can have good, wholesome fun during Sukkot. So I would do it all over again. Yes, I would. I would go again, even though I got COVID, because I just had such a wonderful time, and I know that the Most High got me. I'm taking my oil of oregano. I'm taking the elderberry tonic. We're drinking a lot of orange juice and a hot toddy. Y'all don't know what a hot toddy is? Comment below, and I'm going to tell you. And I've been taking my hot toddies, and they really help to keep that congestion at bay, so that I can, be free from it, because I suffer real bad from congestion when I get COVID, and I be on it. So I'm like, I can kind of breathe today. So, me and my husband, we are recovering. And please, when you go to these feasts, I keep teaching. These feasts are prophetic. They tell you what is ahead for the season, what you should be doing, what you should not be doing. You able to see the doors you're supposed to go through, the doors you are not supposed to go through. And sure enough, when I got out of Sukkot, I told my husband I had this vision, and I said we're gonna go with the vision I had, and we gonna tap into this manifestation of Yahweh being with us, tabernacling with us all throughout the year, of course, but this supernatural time of visitation, that we have experienced, and how he's just showing us that this is more than just rituals and rehearsals. These feasts are prophetic, right? So the rapture didn't take place. We already knew that. The great and terrible day of the Lord has not taken place. We already know that. I've done a video tapping on that just a little bit. So let's get prepared. This is planting season, and that's that's why it's so important to understand our agricultural culture. So for us, because we come from the east, specifically Israel, wherever you think that is, that our land is either rainy or dry, right? So we plant, we reap a harvest. So this is planting season. So you got to work, you got to put in that time, you got to kind of strive, plant those seeds, because by Passover, you're going to get a nice harvest, your first harvest, okay? All right. And Sukkot is supposed to be the big harvest, where it is going to carry you also through the winter months. So I was like, man, everything is happening bam, bam, bam. But it takes time for you to understand that. So if you are new and you don't understand it, you will understand it. However, I want you to go into these feast days with your ear to the mouth of the Most High, so you could get a word for your household, so you could get a strategy for your household. We're not just coming together, honoring the feast. We are hearing prophetically for the season ahead. All right, so the next video. Shalom, y'all.